Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddyback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Lone Wolf Tree Stands, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, RTP Outdoors, Spot Hog Releases, Wasp Archery, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Good morning. It is October 12th today, and it is cold. I think it was about 32 or 33 degrees when I was driving in this morning. So we got just a slight northwest wind, and it's real overcast today. So it's actually already about 7 o'clock. Legal shooting time was closer to 6:45, but it's so overcast that really dark, and this is the first time I've had good light. So I've already had one buck come about 10 yards from me just about 5 minutes ago. So just a real young buck. I'm actually on a property today that I haven't spent a lot of time on, so I don't have any cameras out here. I just, I've been focusing on the property where Pretty Boy has been. So and I've been over there during youth season and everything, and I've only been on this property I think once or twice with Walker during youth season, and we saw a bunch of does. But I'm liking where I'm set up this morning. Like I said, it's a northwest wind, and it's blowing it right over this creek back behind me. So hopefully we can get some more deer up on their feet. Like I said, it's cold, so I'm expecting a pretty good morning here. About 7:30. I just rattled a couple different times here, just real light. Just kind of tickled them together, but I had a really good buck. I couldn't tell how good. I couldn't get him on camera. He was back in the timber quite a bit. That was just 5 minutes ago or so. And then I rattled him again after that. So, I think he's still over here. He was only about 60, 70 yards away from here up the draw. And he was looking towards, so he wanted to come down here, but he just didn't see anything down here, so he didn't come in. But then I also heard a deer across the creek behind me. Never was able to see it, but again, I heard it cross the creek coming towards me, so I'm going to keep my eyes glued that way too. But so hitting those horns together sure worked. It brought in two different bucks. I'm assuming that one that came across after our rattle was a buck too, but so I'm just gonna be quiet here for a while yet, and maybe I can get this other buck that I was able to see a little bit to come in, but he looked like a mature deer. So So it's almost 8 o'clock here. Again, I had a buck come in before light, right under the stand, a little buck, and then I rattled in. You know, they said looked like a pretty mature deer. I couldn't get him on camera, but he was back in the thickets, but looked pretty decent. Then I had another, I'm assuming it was a buck, come across the creek after I rattled, and then I had a couple more does come in right under the stand here. So overall, fairly decent morning. First morning of the year for me, so first hunt actually of the year for me. So I'm excited to be out here. I'm going to try to get out in the stand here a couple more times here this weekend. I'm not sure where I'm going to be heading yet, but the wind's right tomorrow night, which is Saturday, to go after Pretty Boy, so I might try that and see what happens, I guess, here. But like I said, it's about 8 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna have to get out of the stand and head into work, unfortunately. But hopefully I can get back out here tonight, and we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching Outreach Outdoors on Midwest Whitetail.
Changing the current style should change.
In Pennsylvania.
What?
Don't feel me struggling putting this on.
I thought you were stronger than that.
I thought I was too. Alright. Today is October 12th. My hunting partner Matt Tatey and I are down at the farm. Decided to slip down after work here and try to capitalize on a cold front that's moved through. We have a cell camera. We were getting a lot of activity today, a lot of early morning movement. So we're after 2 deer on this farm. One is a deer we call LT. This is pretty close to the core of his area. We had a good encounter with him actually in this location, spot on the farm last year in late October during a cold front. The other buck is BB9. He was moving this morning. We saw him last weekend up on the south end of the farm. So he could be in this area as well. So we're really kind of taking this as a little bit of an observation sit as well to kind of learn this back area. We've had unseasonable rains this year, and it's really pushed the deer to other parts of the farm. We have the English River runs through the property, and it was pretty flooded last weekend, and a pretty good chunk of the timber that we hunt on the north end of the property was underwater, so that's certainly affected the deer movement. But we're sitting here tonight to kind of learn where they're moving at, and really to just try to learn a little bit. But you just never know with a cold front coming through. It could happen tonight as well. So we're gonna settle in here and start glassing. Look over there on the dike, Matt. There's one on the dike. running out of daylight here, but all in all, it's a pretty good set. We learned a few things. One of the things we did want to find out was if deer were still in the big timber, which is to the north of us, and so there's a few of them that came out and mingled over into the corn, so that was good. We had a 3.5-year-old buck in here behind us chasing some does, and had some good pre-rut activity. A few more does came out behind us, so about 10 deer or so this evening. That wraps it up for our hunt this evening. Matt's gonna take his son Maddox out for early muzzleloader and try to get him his first buck. So they're gonna try to do that on Sunday night. But as for our hunt, today's over. But all in all, a good hunt. Thanks for watching Midwest White.